My God.
Don't look at me.
Nowadays, I can't even do a proper introduction on this set anymore because the things that go on behind the scenes before you come and see here. My name is Aja Adi.
Director Kelly.
Ace Kanti.
Bree. What are we talking about? This one is... I'm hoping this will go calmer than the previous episodes because this is a more, this is a more toned topic. The burdens of firstborns in an African home. We've already had, a conversation about growing up in an African home. If you guys haven't seen that episode, just go. It's down there somewhere. Go watch it. It was a really good, you guys loved it. So we wanted to, back it up with this because we all know that being a firstborn in an African home is like a big responsibility.
Yeah.
It's huge. Who's a firstborn here? Anybody? Oh, you're a firstborn.
Yeah.
Like, what else is saying?
First and last.
Oh.
You're first and last too.
So you're a firstborn.
And the last
Technically.
No,
and the last word.
So first and last. And you're in the middle there somewhere.
Second.
You're second.
Yes.
Well, technically, you have some level of responsibility as well.
Yeah, I have an elder sister.
Oh.
Okay, so you're the first boy.
Yes, but I'm not the firstborn. Your question is
You
the
are
firstborn.
you are the first boy.
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
not the firstborn.
Okay.
Why are you running away?
I don't know where he's going. Being the first and last, what is your biggest responsibility now? Because you don't have any siblings to, provide to. So is it like you have to cater for your parents? You have to cater for the home you grew up in?
It's the same as those being the firstborns of their family because you still have to keep up with the family name.
Mm-hmm.
You are the only child. Now, the pressure is even more when you are the only child than even when you are just the firstborn.
Okay.
Because they dump everything on you, the pressure, the business. They even want to lecture you on how, like, the path you should go, the
How to
courses
live
you
your
should
life.
take,
Yeah.
everything.
Because they want to mold you into
Thank you.
that
Because you are all they've got.
one-man soldier.
Yes.
I see.
But when you are the first child and you have other siblings, at least there's pressure on you, but then it descends. You get it. But when you are the only child, all pressure on your head.
I see. Scanty, you're second.
Yeah.
And there's a lady in front of you. Is this something burdensome for you?
Yeah.
Being in that position?
Yeah, it is. When you are the first and the last, your only responsibility is to make your family proud, make your parents proud, if you are the first and last.
Okay.
But if you are make your family proud and then make sure you taking care of your kids' siblings is your responsibility most of the time. And especially when the age difference be big between the first and the second. Let's say if the first is 7 or 10 years older than the second, they expect by the time you are up there, this person is now up and coming. So most of the time, the mother and the father use all their money to push the first person. So by the time you are up there, the second is now coming. It's different from maybe 1 year difference. 1 year difference. The money now move system. That one is different. But if there's a huge gap, the first person has a lot of responsibility. You feed the family. They use everything. They pay out. So when you make it, so if you don't make it, mommy,
So it's a disappointment.
they fight the issue. So
I see.
that's how it affects the other ones as well because me elder brother can't make it.
How
Unless
much more
maybe
me?
naturally the person wants to prove a point.
Okay.
Apart from that, on our family tree na year. I mean Father Christmas. Then
Okay, Bree.
Yeah.
You're the first strong woman in your family.
Yeah.
How are you taking it?
So on my mother's side, I'm the only child.
Okay.
But on my dad's side, I'm
You're
the firstborn. Yeah. Right. With what Kelly said, it's a lot. Well, being a girl, I think it has its perks because with women, we have more advantage with our fathers. Your father, anytime, anything I want from my dad, I call him that I want this. And knowing that I'm the firstborn, he just gives it to me. And also with my mom too, I feel.
So you were spoiled?
I think growing up I was spoiled. I'll not even deny that.
Nice.
It was bad. It was so bad that to the point that you can't tell you can't beat me. Like my mom will. You cannot touch me. Why would you be my daughter? You know, I grew up in a family house. My granddad, my uncles, my aunties, everybody. But my mom was that kind of person that was very conservative. She was very laid back. She hardly talks. She's an introvert. So before you even speak to my mom, it will take you a lot. She also trained me that way. If you're not invited there, don't go there. So I was always at the background. I was always, in my own little corner. And the family used to have an issue with that. Why are you always in the corner? Why are you always not, when there's something going on, they would expect that you are there. And so it brings this sort of attention to you. So much is expected of you. You can't fail, If there's anything wrong, everybody sees you. Like, you cannot hide. You understand? So it's burdensome. Then again, too, the chances of you getting spoiled is so high if you were a woman. And so I feel...
Wait, you feel like the treatment you got would have been different if you were a guy?
I think so.
Because African homes they're more stern on males than they are on females.
Right.
Do you agree?
Yeah. If I was a male, it would be different.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And
you have a lot of work to do. That was the time. That was the narrative. That was the narrative at first.
Yeah.
That will let you, okay, if you're a guy. And even in our society now, women have advantages compared to guys with respect to a lot of fields. So if you're a guy, you need to put in extra efforts, especially if you have siblings who are also guys. If they are girls, it's a little bit... I'm not trying to be selective, but if they are girls, it's a little bit flexible.
Yeah.
But if it's a guy, it is a man they are sometimes if it's a man and the first person no work, not the other ones too, it'll be difficult. But if it's a mix,
Being the first male in the family, do you accept the role or do you wish Uncle by so that you come and enjoy?
The role is upon me. I have the role because I'm the first male. So I have a lot of, even if in most families where the firstborn is a female and the secondborn is a guy and the age difference is not big, you mostly see a guys overtake the ladies most of the time. Even if not them, the families give most responsibilities to the guy. Like when the age difference is 1 or 2, most of the responsibilities they give it to the guy. So a man, you be the head. So sometimes there are some information that the guy even knows that the female who is the firstborn, because the narrative is that you be in the house.
Yeah.
So most of the information they pass it on to the guy as compared to the female. Unless maybe the age difference be very, very big.
Dr. Kelly, do you think or do you feel like if you weren't the only child and if you had siblings, probably older siblings, and they had more responsibilities as compared to you, your life would be different than it is now?
If my younger siblings had more responsibilities.
If you had older siblings and you were a younger sibling, where all the responsibility was on your older siblings, do you think your life would be different?
Yeah.
How so?
Elder siblings, let's say firstborns. In some ways, they are third parents.
Okay.
They take care of, why is your junior brother crying? Why is this? Even some elder siblings sacrifice themselves for their younger siblings to, for privileges. I know someone that didn't go to school, but she actually had to work to fund for her younger sisters
to have the opportunity
to get it. So
why are you laughing?
There are some things I would have, like in my industry right now where I'm leading to, and I had elder siblings. They would have pushed me further.
Yeah, they would have invested in you.
Because probably the pressure my parents placed on me, they'll put on them, and they'll be well to do now. So if I need investor, if I need sponsor, they can be my first priority. Yeah.
Me like this, sometimes I wake up and wish I was the last born.
I failed.
But you're the last one. You're the last one.
Sometimes I wish I was
the last.
No, okay, so I have step siblings.
Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah. I'm like the only child, but then I have step siblings on both sides. But then sometimes I'm like, damn, because I look at my last born. Hey,
the last born only enjoys when they are okay.
Yeah, they are okay.
If the first and second, third, you the last person say pressure day or top. Because the mother has tried firstborn and fat, secondborn and fat. So if you the last born only enjoys when those ahead or they are in a very comfortable position. But say first now second one's who are last. I know a family where the woman firstborn, secondborn, the parents were not having money, and then someone advised say, "Bakwe we JHS, ye man in Tenefie." Then you push the first one so that when the first person goes to the university no bar no aberi oko university no one ko bra oko feeling poto, and that the second one it in 3 years. So get pull first one in life, man. Now they are waiting for the second person. Say, no, you have to put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can be the second born, but they take responsibility because your elder sibling
failed.
So sometimes the failure from the top, it affects whoever did it down.
Also, there's this thing with Ghanaian culture. I don't know if it's an African thing where the females, your eldest sister, if she's not married, you can't marry.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yes. Well, it's not necessarily you can't marry, but there's the norm that the older one
Has
needs
to
get
marry
married
before.
first.
Yes.
The reason they say is that, but I think last week I went to a family event where they said, first one now worry, not second one no worry. There is no way the first one will get married.
Yeah, and
they cite about 3 examples, and it's true.
And
if
also,
the first one no marry, especially for the female, not second one the kind worry before the first time. The first one on the Nemusa.
All I know is it takes the glory from you.
Yeah, and
right?
almost, yeah,
you're supposed
exactly.
to be an example for the ones behind you to, look up to look at your life, your marriage, to take pointers from.
Right.
So if it skips you and then it goes to your younger siblings, almost you say,
yeah. And they always insinuate that it will not work. Even if you get married, the chance of it collapsing is very high.
Most of the time, it doesn't.
It doesn't work. Is it an African thing? Because
I don't know.
you go upstairs and it's not like
a
that.
I
Compulsory
think it's a mind
like,
thing. It's
it's
a mind thing. What do you believe is what works for you?
Younger ones get married and then later the older ones get married.
It's just
and
about
it's not really a
the
problem.
mindset that is having impact on us. Just like with Chiribana, when your opportunity now you are established and you are ready to get married, nobody will take you. So they feel like, what exactly is your problem?
Yeah.
Because if you are 26, you are not getting anyone to marry. Somebody 19, 20 now, somebody take them. So they feel like you are a problem.
You are the problem.
And if second one, even yours, and the first marriage in the family is always glorified.
Yeah.
So if second, then they are glorifying you the first.
What are you come to show?
Because you have been there before.
When it's even your time, finally, they don't put in the same energy as they gave the other
pressure
one.
on the first one.
Yeah.
Guy.
So most of the time, there have been instances where they even stop the second. They ask the second person to hold on.
I've witnessed one before.
They have to
they will ask the second person to hold on. The first person in your boy in your kunua, you have to wait. Sometimes the second bonds understand, especially when there's a very good telepathy between the second and the first. They are very good sisters.
Yeah.
But I couldn't meet you as because the second person always say, "Oh, you're worried, my sister first." But I say they don't click out. Then I am because I'm ready. What if the time you are ready, my husband ran out, me boy any jammy? You understand? So sometimes it work in your favor. Sometimes it will not work in your favor. But the families too, they understand.
And that kind of pressure also makes most of the firstborns just marry anybody.
Yeah.
They just settle for anyone.
Because Mrs. Tawari,
yes.
I have to.
On worry, like
they're asking, she's on the waiting list, so pressure is on you.
That being aware, that being.
I don't know
that's
why.
not even healthy for your relationship.
It's not healthy
for a lot of families.
Yeah.
Marriage is the price
in Africa. It's a
but it shouldn't be. That's why if I ask you now, when you were SHS, by now, about it, busy with the other one. 25.
26.
What was it?
Around that age.
So we have instilled that in us. So growing up, people like, if I have not reached that limit, as a main ball, right? Because we have people here that when they are 27, 28, on warrior, they feel there is a problem. People they chop 40, they marry. I don't know. The
thing is because they feel they feel that when you cross 30, there's going to be some biological factors that will fight against.
When you're about 30, you're old.
They see that. Yeah. So
and it's weird to me though, because 30 is young.
30 is young.
30
too.
30 is young. 30 is even the point
in
where
our
you're about
African
to
setting, 30 is young.
30 is young. But then
for
when
women,
you marry at 30 plus, then you now start procreation, like giving birth and all that. Yes, and your kids are now young. So you have 50 years and then your kid is 10 years.
Yeah, it's true.
I
mean, I keep hearing that some women say
they
that
are the one getting married to give birth.
People decide not to.
Yeah, I've had conversations. Somebody said me or me like me worry. I will enjoy my wife for 2-3 years before I'm standing about think of in collab because of work factors. So me, I'll just wait
because you're a man.
You'll be old and they may be out of work. Your children are now in the universities and stuff. Then there's going to be pressure on payment of fees and all that.
No, but that time...
But when you are youthful and then you marry and you give birth, at least Kakana, your youthful days is bringing you. You can use to fend for them.
But that one rather they put pressure on you. If you that one, that's why you have Obi Wawa 6 because you are or traffic. You see, only the people who have enough self, they relax when you are well to do because taking care of kids like
God brought you to this earth to procreate. That's your only purpose, to give birth and then
I didn't know that. The only reason why I know God brought me on earth is to worship Him. That was the reason I know. For procreation, it's not everyone that. Everyone. It's not everyone. You'll be on the bonus on one. It's not everyone. Some people say when they are not supposed to even give birth. They are just there. They're the priest.
They're not supposed to give birth.
So Obi were like, it's not part of them. Obi are there. So you don't force people to do. Shall Obi 2045.
But unfortunately, the society we live in does not give us that
it's based on
that's what I was saying.
Because they are saying that after you, your generation has to continue. So when you are gone,
and then when you happen to be the first elder, like a son,
exactly,
then there's more pressure.
There's more pressure on you
because you carry the family. But then you carry the family.
I wouldn't like a situation where somebody would dictate for me when are you getting married. See, when you realize I'm very comfortable enough, I feel like I can take care of. So that's why we have people who force to get married now.
It's from the pressure.
Yes, the pressure. So you don't let people dictate for you. But then
do you have a choice? Though?
Where we are, that's
if you get married and your mom starts asking, redeem Adabena firstborn, Adabena firstborn,
Adabena 18 now, woman, they could see saying. Udi 20 now. No, like Udi 20 now, woman, they could see saying. So you see, time they change. If I'm not well to do, I won't rush and make worry because it's a lot of money. You're taking care of kids, it's a lot of money. So if you are not ready, don't force it.
At what point are your parents supposed to, stop taking care of you for you to fill that responsibility slot that they've put there for you? At what age?
When you are married.
I don't think for women there's even
so your parents are supposed to stop taking care of you when you're married?
Yeah. Okay. That's how it's supposed to be.
But is it like that? Somebody's fresh out of SHS and they have to take a job on the side because the parents are like, you are the firstborn. Wait, Drew. And then like all of this unnecessary burden is on you. You are not even able to live your life to the fullest because
they should know they have failed.
But the parents, as much as
for women,
pressures have a lot of disadvantages. It has advantages as well. Most firstborns, if you look at them, they have some kind of leadership skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it because they be the pressure to also handle this, do this. So most of them are leaders.
So you're nurtured to take the heat of the world from home.
Yes.
So when you enter...
And most of them are well to do.
They end up doing well because you can't afford to fail. It's like you can't afford to fail.
Too much pressure on someone, they are not funny to me.
That's too.
They are not funny to me. So from what I've realized is when they fail with the firstborn, then they put the pressure on the second one. And most of the time when the pressure is too much on the firstborn and it goes astray, then they know the mistakes, then they correct it with the second child. Most of the time.
And the last ones are usually over pampered into a mono.
My kid brother be our last one. I think it's from some. My kid brother is a last one, but I can't just say a last one.
So I think
everybody gets the same treatment.
Everybody get the same thing.
I guess it depends on the home you come from.
You need to balance it for everyone. Unless you have an assurance that the first person will work.
Will make it.
But if you not sure say we be far, put the pressure on the last one, the second and the first at the same time. So that you know that all eggs in one basket. I am far, I have far. But if now we are last one then what is the case?
Makes sense.
Because one show
the thing is, in far, you have to know what works, like the stronghold of that child. Maybe you in your school now,
African home.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying school, but I'm not saying you don't go to school entirely. But maybe academically he's not performing very well in school. But maybe there's a particular skill he's good at. Maybe he's good at drawing. He's a good artist. I know in an African society that is not really held in high esteem.
I mean, right now things are changing.
Well, Even still, African parents are still.
I go school, no, I go failing. I also connect with a mechanic. Not the mother self will understand, but the people around self then go talk past. That's why teenage pregnancy self they affect a lot of people now. The girl can carry the baby, but what people will say outside and that's what kills the person. Now no go school now, anka on a normal when you write exam and you fail. Doesn't mean you are a failure. But what now failure?
You are.
Open to me call university. One year first class into year man and year masters. We have people like that. You write what you don't get like grade 6 or 7, so you are not going to continue. It means you are failed. But oh papa no culture and on 45. Sometimes they put pressure on the kids to the extent that idea was that things that are supposed to be normal. It's not normal. I'm sure what's in 15.
Would you say they just want the best for you?
Yeah, because
they want the best.
Competition among themselves, like competition among other
peers,
families.
Yes,
and
that's one thing I wanted us to talk about. Competition in family homes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's something I've faced myself. I had a cousin and it was bad.
Always comparing.
But then the living condition of this cousin was so different to mine. Like the thing, you're always comparing me to this cousin. The things that the cousin's parents are doing for her, you're not doing it for me.
Exactly.
The life conditions she's having, the things she's exposed to, it's so different from mine. It's anything to now compare my achievements to hers. Like it didn't make sense to me till this day. And I still fight about it. It's a problem.
It's a problem. It's wrong. I mean, I think it's wrong. Why would you compare?
It's a problem.
I know someone aggregate 8. It's only a 2 in mathematics into 1 year there. But
they'll tell you that mommy man son but on I dream bed and
so sometimes you see it's the pressure that comes with it. But sometimes the pressure doesn't count when you.
Yeah.
Pressure doesn't count.
It's important.
Looking at I was telling Ojo the last time, the kids that are coming, the things they know, we say we don't know.
Yeah.
The things they are now, like the time we started using mobile phones, but right now, classes crisis, people did it. But we need
they don't understand why Scanty keeps saying during my time.
During my time. Kwadwo Day primary class. That was my time.
Scanty, how old are you?
How you they ask me about my age?
No,
I'm 28. Me kind one.
You're not 28.
90 watts.
1992.